Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So today I thought I would chat about the exercises that I am doing for my tendinitis. I'll show you how I do them, which ones I do, and you can use some of them if you need to. Now before we start here, I'm just going to say, if you suspect that you have tendinitis, go and consult the doctor immediately. Don't do these exercises. Go and consult a doctor or a physiotherapist and rest it if it's just come on. These exercises, I'm doing them after having rested myself for 4 months, rested my wrist for 4 months and doing very little with it to ease the pain and make sure that the inflammation and the issue in my tendons had gone down before I started any of these exercises. So before doing any of these, consult your doctor. If you're in the rehabilitation stage, then great. These exercises may work for you. They may not. This disease or this illness, this condition is a one that's different for everybody. Some people might have it where this tendon is really tight. Some people might have it where these ones are tight. So these are the exercises that work for me. They may work for you, and I thought I would just put it in this sort of format. They've been given to me by a physio, some of these, and some of these I've worked out for myself that are just methods that I've been using over the past month of rehabilitation. I won't be responsible for any injuries that you may get when you are doing these. Like I said, consult your doctor and make sure that you are in the correct place to be doing these and correct stage in your treatment to be doing these exercises. So with the disclaimer out the way, let's get into it. My most common exercise is what I call the wall push or the wall stretch. I do this when I wake up, once at lunch or before I play guitar, and then once before I go to bed. It can be done with the other hand too, pushing up against it, but I prefer a wall for mine. So I place my hand flat on the wall with my arm down at a really big angle. Then I move my arm up to the point where I can feel a stretch in my wrist and tendons and arm. And I just repeat that a few times for a few pulses and then stop and do the other side. Mind you, if the pain ever gets past a 6 out of 10, then back off the exercise, stop and rest, because that means you're doing more damage than good. This exercise is one which helped me most during my rehabilitation, getting my hand from having basically no flexibility in it at all to being able to go to be very flexible in a matter of weeks. Next is a strengthening exercise that I do around 3 times a week. I would do it more, however I don't do it on days that I play guitar for more than 30 minutes. So I take a water bottle, I use this big one with a handle, I lie my hand flat on the desk and then do wrist curls. I make sure to go very slow and controlled on the way down, and then lift the bottle with my other hand to help it up and control it down again. So it's all about control and strengthening the control that you have in your hand, which will help in the long run. The great thing about using a water bottle is you can change the weight by adding water or just drinking some of it to make it a bit lighter if you're having trouble. And it's a lot cheaper than weights. This strengthens the wrist and tendons and will help me get to a point where I'm pain-free and I don't have this issue again, hopefully. Next up, I use a Powerball. This all depends on how much my wrist is, and how much guitar I've played during the day. If I know I'm not playing guitar that day, I do 2.5 minutes on each hand of Powerball exercise twice a day. I go as fast and hard as I can for 2.5 minutes, and then switch hands while it's still going, slow it down, and then build it back up to the speed and try and keep it at as fast as possible until the 2.5 minutes are up. Again, if any of these exercises are worse than a 6 out of 10 on the pain scale, then stop immediately. I'll put a link to the Powerball in the description down below. Just so you know, this is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you buy anything using it, then I get a small commission from Amazon. So, next I have a wall press up. This is another good strengthening exercise that can be adjusted based on the weight required. Put your hands up against the wall, choose your angle by moving your feet closer or further away from the wall. The steeper the angle your body is at and the further away your feet are from the wall, the more weight you have. I try to do these every day. I do 2 sets of 10. So I do 10 fairly close to the wall, then I step away from the wall once and do another 10 for the second set. And the last thing I do is I take a resistance band. You can use your hand too if you like, but it's nowhere near as good and you can't get a consistent resistance. I would recommend purchasing a resistance band or getting some from your physio if you're in treatment for this. So I put the resistance band round the pinky side of my hand, hold it and rep for 10 very controlled and slow movements So I put the resistance band round the pinky side of my hand, hold it and rep for 10 very controlled and slow movements away and back, away and back. Then take 30 seconds rest and do the other side, so wrap it round the thumb side and do that side. Especially if you're a guitar player, this is going to be one of the most important exercises to get the tendon strength into that movement, because that's the movement that you do all the time when you're picking. I repeat this 2 times through, and this is done around 3 times a week, purely because I'm playing guitar and I don't want to overwork my wrist. Now there is a bonus exercise here, but it's more of a pain relief method than an exercise. So when my wrist aches, I go to my forearm and massage the tendons at the point, just digging in there and making sure I can feel them moving when I move my fingers. And I just keep moving my fingers and just massage the forearm just to stimulate blood flow, elongate the tendons, and it can relieve pain. It won't work for everybody. As I said at the beginning, everyone is different with this injury. But it can help to relieve pain and make you feel a bit better. So these are the exercises that I do to try and rehabilitate my tendinitis in my wrist. Some of them I do daily, some weekly, all depending on how I'm feeling. I don't have a set plan for each day. I see how the wrist feels after my stretch in the morning and then go from there. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and you've taken something from it. And if you have any exercises that might work for you, then you've been playing guitar and living with this with tendinitis like this for years or for a while, then please do let me know in the comments down below. I'm always open to trying new exercises and new things to help make my wrist better. And if you've just got this condition, or you've just been diagnosed, or you think you've got it, I promise you it will get better. It'll take time. It could take months, and I know that's not what anybody wants to hear, because it wasn't what I wanted to hear. They told me it was going to take months to rehabilitate, and I hated all of it. You can see in my previous video where I talk about it, how passionate I was about having this and making it go away as fast as possible. So there is a light. You will be able to play again. It'll just take time and effort on your part when you come to the rehabilitation stage. Please do leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video and you do want to see some more content. If you want to see some more stuff about tendinitis and how I'm dealing with it, how I warm up before playing guitar, or different things like that, then please do let me know in the comments down below. Those are videos that I can absolutely make. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.